method, and this is a homework for you to clarify better how to use it when you solve systems of equations using this method. Today we are going to solve the exercise. Let me erase this. We are going to solve 2x. We are going to solve the system 2x minus 5y equals to 17. And the second equation that we have is 6x. Let me write it. 6x minus 15y. This is equal to 51. Okay? So remember, according to what we learned, our first step is that our system is organized, meaning that we have the x over the x and the y's over the y's. In the system that I'm showing to you, the system is organized because, as you can see, you have 2x over 6x, and then you have 5y over 15y's. So we don't have to organize anything, okay? So my second step is to pick a variable that we want to eliminate. In this case, I want to eliminate, this is my first step. My second step, I decide which variable I'm going to eliminate. I'm going to eliminate, in this case, the y. If you want to eliminate the x because that's your preference, that's okay. But in my case, I'm going to pick the y. Then, my second step is done. So my third step, and this is the most important step, and I'm going to explain you why. So I'm going to slow down here a little bit. You have to switch the coefficients of the variable you want to eliminate, okay? And then you need to manipulate the signs so you eliminate a variable. What do I mean? Okay. The system that I have is 2x minus 5. Let me write this better. 2x minus 5y equals to 17. And 6x minus 15y equals to 51. So as you can see, because I want to eliminate the y, my coefficients are in the first equation. This is my first equation. My coefficient is negative 5. In my second equation, this is my second equation, my coefficient is negative 15. So I'm going to switch them, meaning this coefficient, the negative 5, is going to multiply my second equation, so I'm going to place it here, negative 5. And this coefficient, the negative 15, is going to multiply my first equation, so I'm going to place it here, negative 15. Yeah, again, negative 15. Okay. So now, we want to eliminate the y, right? Don't lose sight of that. So I'm going to make a parenthesis here. I'm going to explain something to you. So I'm going to slow down. We want to eliminate the y, and then we have in our first equation the y is negative. We have negative 5y. In the second equation, we have negative 15y. And then we are going to multiply this, according to what I'm saying, by negative 5, the second equation, and by negative 15, the first one, right? So what happens? When we multiply this by these two, and then I'm going to erase that. Okay. Let me multiply then negative 5 by negative 15. That's going to, okay, negative 5y by negative 15 is going to be equal to negative 5. Negative by negative gives me positive. And 5 by 15 gives me 75y, right? So what happens with in the second case? We have negative by negative is going to give me positive again, and 15 times 5 equals to 75 y's. So now remember, I want to cancel the variables, and if I multiply this equation as I have it now, as you can see, the variables are not canceling each other out because they have the same sign. Okay, we have plus 75y's plus 75y's. In order to cancel the variables, we need to have one product positive and the other product negative. So we need to have, for example, negative 75 y's plus 75 y's. Okay, in this case they would cancel each other out, but this is not what we have. Now, how can we manipulate the equation so we eliminate a variable? And this is what I want you to understand of this method. Let me clean everything again, and then let me go back here, right here. Okay, so if we want one product positive, let's say that we want this product positive, and then we want this product negative. So the variables cancel each other out. You have to change the sign of one of the coefficients. In the first case, because you are multiplying negative 15 by negative 5, your result is going to be positive. So you don't have to change the signs of these two coefficients. So this is okay. You don't have to change it. But in the second case, in this case, you want to have a negative result. So what do you have to do? You need to change the sign, not the sign of this number, because this number is part of the equation. You cannot change the sign of this one. The sign that you can change is the sign of this number, okay? You can change the sign of this number. So instead of having negative 5 as it is, you are going to multiply your equation by what? By positive 5, right? So when you multiply negative by positive, your result is negative, okay? And then you are going to be the happiest person on earth. Okay, so now let's do it. Let's change the coefficient. Okay, we did already. We have a positive 5. Okay, so now now that you know this, I'm going to change my coefficient on my equation right here. Okay, I'm going to change this. I'm going to make it positive. And I'm going to clean this. And I'm going to clean also this. So for my first step, I need to apply this distributive, and probably it's better if I do it here. So my fourth step, we have to apply distributive property. We need to multiply the numbers that we have here and here by the equations. This number by this equation, and this number by all of this equation. And don't worry about it. I'm going to clean all of this so you are not confused. This is my fourth step. And I need to remove this from here. You know why I'm going to remove it? Because I want you to see it clearly. Let me better this way. So let me rewrite my equations. I have 2x minus 5y equals 17, and 6x minus 15y equals 51. And that's why it's very important, and that's what I tell you, that in class you have to stop talking, because if you don't follow every single step here, you are not going to get the process. I had said, okay, let me, 15, oh. Okay, I had said that we were going to multiply the second equation by positive 5, right? And then the first equation by negative 15, okay? And then this is going to be our fourth step. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to use, which color can I use so you understand me better? Let me use yellow. So I'm going to multiply negative 15 by positive 2x. Negative by positive gives me negative, and 15 times 2, that's equal to 30, and I have to write the x attached to the 2. Then I have negative by negative is going to give me positive, okay? And 15 times 5 equals to 75y, okay? Because I have the y attached to the 5. And this is equal to then negative 15 by 17. And I'm going to do it here, multiplying negative 15 by 17, which is positive, is going to give me negative 255. Okay, I was saying that negative 15 by positive 17 was going to give me 255. Then I'm going to multiply now positive 5 by positive 6. That's going to be equal to 30x positive, okay? Then I have positive 5 by negative 15. That's going to give me negative, and 5 times 15y is going to give me negative 75y. Finally, I'm going to multiply positive 5 by 51, and that's going to be equal to 5 by 51. 200, positive 255, okay? So now my next step, I need to eliminate the variable that I was thinking about eliminating, and I have to simplify and to add like terms, okay? So what happens? I have positive 30x, negative 30x, they are going to cancel out with a positive 30x. Then positive 75y, positive 75y's are going to cancel out with negative 75y's. So I have 0x plus 0y. And then negative 255 is going to cancel out with positive 255, so I'm going to have 0. In this case, then I have 0 equals 0, okay? This in math is called a true statement, right? Because it's true. Because 0 equals 0, then I have to say that the system has infinite what am I writing here? Infinite or many solutions. That means that for example, my first equation is aligned. Let's suppose that my first equation is aligned like this, and then my second equation is aligned overlapping my first line. So because they cross each other in many points, they have infinite or many solutions, okay? Please, if you have questions, I'm going to, or suggestions, I'm going to create something at the end of the video so you can drop me your comments and suggestions there.